I'm going to take a couple quick minutes to answer a frequently asked question that I get all the time in the DMs is, I just planted my grass, I just did a partial renovation, a full renovation, or I just overseeded. Now what do I need to do? What do I need to do about mowing? What do I need to do about fertilizing? What do I need to do about watering? So let's get into it. Super short, to the point, let's go. Question number one, watering. How much should I be watering now that I have germination over everything? Grass is starting to pop up. And this may be a complex thing for some of you because you don't have in-ground irrigation, but the best thing to do is watch your weather patterns, see if you're going to be getting rain, put out some rain gauges to be able to see how much rain you're getting. If you're going through a drought like the folks out west, then you want to keep your sprinklers out for sure. We're aiming for the 1 to 1.5 inches of rain per week, or water per week. One of the easiest little tricks you can do is buy one of these off Amazon. It's a little rain gauge. It goes up to 1 inch. Set these around, which you probably should have done before you did your lawn renovation and your watering anyway, but if you haven't, set these out in your lawn, set your sprinkler off and see how long it takes you to get maybe ½ inch. So if it takes 15 minutes to get ½ inch of water, then you're going to want to run your sprinklers for 15 minutes. And you can do that twice a week or 3 times a week depending on how much water you're looking to put down. It's really that simple. And for one of my favorite topics, it's when should I be getting on the lawn? When should I start mowing your grass? And that's kind of according to how high you want to be mowing your lawn. Are you going to be doing a shortcut lawn, or are you going to do your standard tall fescue, which is about 3.5 to 4 inches? For me right now, I have perennial ryegrass and I'm going to try and keep short. I already mowed it when it was about 1.5 inches long, but I didn't take my lawn tractor out over it. I didn't take my real mower over it. I took out just a walk behind mower that's lightweight. You get on, you get off, and that's it. I do like to bag it right now just because there are still some seedlings that are coming up. I had straw matting down, so I like to get that up out of there as well. Some people will actually go out and buy a manual reel. I don't do that just because it takes more time, and time is valuable right now. But if your lawn's a lot bigger than mine and your only chance of mowing is by using a 0-turn or a lawn tractor, then so be it. You're gonna get on it, you're gonna mow. Just keep your stripe kit off, make sure your blades are sharp, mow it and get off of it. After about 2 or 3 mows, you can put your stripe kit back on. It's just a rough estimate, it's not science. You can keep your stripe kit on if you really want to. It doesn't matter. The grass is going to be fine, but the less pressure on the grass, the better for it. As always, make sure you're following the 1/3 rule. It means you're not cutting more than 1/3 of the grass blade off at each time. When you cut more than that off, it just stresses the plant out a little bit more. So just try and be mindful of that. I know it's difficult, especially if you start putting fertilizer down and it's growing like crazy and you're irrigating it, but just try and stay on top of it, and that's going to be the best for your grass. And speaking of lawn fertilizer, you have a couple good options that you can be doing this time of year to be feeding your new grass and getting it ready for winter. Most people, when they seed their lawn, they're also putting down a starter fertilizer, so it's a high NPK ratio, and that's going to feed for the next 6 to 8 weeks. So we really don't need to be putting down a whole lot of granular. That's a slow release. And if you're thinking that if we put down a bunch of granular now, it's going to feed the lawn through the winter and it's going to be there in the spring for the grass to eat or take up the nutrients in the springtime, that's just false. It's not true. You're actually wasting money and wasting fertilizer. So just don't do that. Do that plan there. So granular might not be an option. So what is an option? Something that's quick release, mostly a liquid fertilizer, or a granular that's dispersible into water, like an AMS urea. So you're melting it down, and you're putting it in a backpack sprayer and you're spraying it. DIYers, this is the quickest and easiest way to get some fertilizer down in your lawn. It hooks up to your hose, comes out of here, and it covers about 3,200 square feet. It's at 2800 for Simple Lawn Solutions. They also have some 1648 fertilizer that you can put down. Simple Lawn Solutions has a whole bunch of different options. Hose end, or you put it in your backpack or your tow behind, and you can spray it that way. One of my other favorites that I've been using this year is from Lawn Supply. If you guys know Ryan Knorr, he's got his whole lineup of the Lawn Supply. This is the Equalizer. It's an 18-18-18. He has a 17-0-17, and he has some greener stuff. His granular greener is money. If you guys want a dark green lawn, that is something that you should put down over the summertime. But this here, it's a powder. You put it in water, mix it up, put it in your backpack sprayer, and you spray. This isn't meant for hose end sprayers, so just be cautious of that. So how much of that fertilizer are you actually wanting to be putting down? Well, you don't want to go over 0.2 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet because of the chance of you burning your lawn. How do you do that? Well, it's simple math. If you're not sure how to do the calculations, let's take that 18-18-18 from Lawn Supply. You're looking at 18 of nitrogen, so it's 0.18. So for every pound of product, you're putting down 0.18 pounds of nitrogen. So if you have 1,000 square feet and you want to stay under that 0.2 pounds per thousand, there you go. That's simple math. Simple, just put one pound of that in there and you're good to go. The other thing I like is it's from Yaravera. It's Amidas turf. It's an AMS. You melt it down. It's a little granular. So it's a 40-0-0. So how do I do the math on that? So 1 pound equals 0.4 pounds of nitrogen. That's too much. It's probably going to burn your lawn. If you cut that in half, so I only go half a pound, that means I'm at 0.2 pounds of nitrogen per 1,000 square feet. And the biggest kicker, no matter, even if you're staying under that 2.2 mark, make sure you're watering it in just to minimize any damage to your turf. Just to conclude all that back up again, it's important that we're feeding the plant here and now, because once temps start to dip, the nutrients uptake is also going to start to decline. So you're actually throwing down fertilizer that's not going to be needed for the plant, and you're wasting your money, you're wasting your time, you're wasting sources. It's not a good practice to be a part of. So hopefully this answers the questions of how much should I be watering, how and when should I be mowing the lawn, how much should I be fertilizing, what should I be fertilizing, and more importantly, guys, just have fun out there. If you guys have more questions around fungicides, because fungus can be present right now, especially with all the water you're putting down, and if you have a streak of high temps, reach out to me, DM me, follow me on Instagram and TikTok for some satisfying short content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.